Well, I think it's been a bit of a kind of learning journey for all of us. Like, I think any programme of work or kind of initiative that tries to bring together lots of different diverse perspectives and people is challenging, particularly when, everyone's kind of busy and trying to even find their time is difficult. But I think what I've really loved about this process is it feels like through each workshop we've kind of built momentum, and people have started to trust each other more, get more open in the way that they talk. So I think one of the best things for me has been around just really constructive conversations, really respectful conversations, and I think we've really kind of progressed the thinking together, which is difficult in a big group. But I think this group's been particularly good in terms of sharing their thoughts and opinions and being really honest and open. We do workshops with all kind of different types of organisations. Like similar stuff that Impact Seed's done before is in the social enterprise kind of space and in the impact investment space. So sort of trying to start, I guess, and plant a seed and kind of sow that seed and bring people on to kind of demonstrate a case for a particular market, so social enterprise or impact investing, and then to try and get kind of investment and kind of bring people on board. So I think with social enterprise, we kind of have established the WA Social Enterprise Council now as a peak body to kind of drive that forward. But the early days were very similar in terms of trying to get all the people that are kind of committed and care about it together to kind of drive this kind of cause towards more sort of funding and commitment to social enterprise in WA, and similar on the impact investing side. So it's been quite a different process in that with this one we've been brought in when there has been a little bit of funding to bring people together, but really it's about trying to find the people that have the head and the heart, the passion and the knowledge to kind of come together and drive forward together. In the first workshop, that's generally relatively easy because everyone's kind of excited and everyone comes together, and it's all about kind of getting to know each other, thinking about sort of the vision and what we want to try and achieve together. And then as we moved into the second workshop, the conversations got a little bit more difficult as people started to kind of really think about, what's the scope and why are we here and what are the priorities? And obviously when you've got lots of different perspectives in the room, you can't always kind of please everybody. So we kind of went through that second workshop where the conversations were a little bit more difficult. And then I think coming back to the third and the fourth workshops, the conversations just got kind of more constructive. People, I think, started to kind of feel safe in the space and trust each other. And we really kind of tested that consensus-based decision-making processes, particularly with kind of the vision statement where we said, actually, I feel like we really managed to kind of get everyone's perspectives and together work towards a kind of solution that we can move forward with. I mean, I guess my hope is that this just kind of snowballs now. Like, I think often the first part is the hardest, getting the right people together and landing on some kind of consistent messages to take out there to government, to funders, to the public about kind of what we're trying to do and why it's important. So I think, my hope is that this whole thing just kind of scales now and just gains momentum, attracts funding, attracts different people, and that we can really kind of start to make progress. I think having a consistent sort of voice across different organisations within a sector makes it much easier for kind of funders and politicians, because everyone's telling them the same thing and asking for the same thing, rather than lots of different organisations kind of saying things but in a slightly different way and asking for different things. I think it's really powerful to have that kind of collective message.